Right, friends and family, welcome back. Welcome back. So, do you know what? Let's just let the scriptures do the talking. So, second Esdras. I may have been through this before, but this whole thing is just going to be a recap. It's always worth going over things, reminding. Repetition is the key. We'll get to that next year. Oh man, seriously. Meat in due season. Okay. As I said, I've been through all this before, but I've put a little something together for you, family. This is probably going to be my last specific message to the family. I say that, but it's probably not. But I just want to, from now on, I just want to move to what's important. What's important? So, second Esdras, the book of the prophet Ezra, son of, son of, son, son, son of, all the way through the grandfathers, all the way down to Aaron of the tribe of Levi, who was captive in the country of the Medes. The prophet Ezra, who was captive in the country of the Medes in the reign of Artaxerxes, the king of the Persians. The word of the Most High came to me, saying, "Go, declare to my people their evil deeds, and to their children the iniquities that they have committed against me, so that they may tell their children's children that the sins of their parents have increased in them. For they have forgotten me and have offered sacrifices to strange gods. As to everybody else, all the other nations, see if you can see yourselves in this. See if your story's in here. Story of your country. Forget about the gods, because one God will prove true at the end. What's going on in your country? Because what I see, the whole world is crying out. Why? But this is for you, family. This is for the Israelites, the scattered generation. Was it not I who brought them out of Egypt? This whole thing is an explanation of how the Father speaks to us then and now. Long story short, basically. Was it not I who brought them out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage? But they angered me and despised my counsels. Now you pull the hair out of your head and hurl all evils upon them, for they have not obeyed my law. They are a rebellious people. How long shall I endure them? And whom I have bestowed such great benefits. We've been gone a long time. We don't know the benefits, but they're all here in the books, promised. On whom have I bestowed such great benefits? For their sake I have overthrown many kings. I have struck down Pharaoh with his servants and all his army. I destroyed all nations before them and scattered in the east the peoples of two provinces, Tyre and Sidon. I killed all their enemies. But speak to them and say, thus says the Father, surely it was I who brought you through the sea and made safe highways for you where there was no road. Safe highways where there was no road. The scriptures just come to mind, the promises, the prophecies. We'll get there next year. I told you, nice and slow, nice and slow. Surely it was I who brought you through the sea and made safe highways for you where there was no road. I gave you Moses as a leader and Aaron as a priest. I provided light for you from a pillar of fire. I did great wonders among you, yet you have forgotten me, says the Most High. The quails were assigned to you. I gave you camps for your protection, and in them you complained. You have not exulted in my name at the destruction of your enemies, but to this day you still complain. Where are the benefits that I bestowed on you? When you were hungry and thirsty in the wilderness, did you not cry out to me, saying, why have you led us into this wilderness to kill us? It would have been better for us to serve the Egyptians than to die in the wilderness. It would have better for us to serve the Egyptians than to die in the wilderness. These are things you should be reading. Like I said, every year I read Exodus, Leviticus, Deuteronomy, Numbers. Because these are the things to come. Not everyone's going to get taken up to the marriage supper. Some of us have to take the journey home, the long journey home. And in that time, we do not want to hear, why have you led us into this wilderness to kill us? It would have been better for us to serve the Egyptians than to die in the wilderness. We need to witness these blessings. We're walking into these blessings. I pitied your groanings and gave you manna for food. You ate the bread of angels. When you were thirsty, did I not split the rock so that waters flowed in abundance? Because of the heat, I clothed you with the leaves of trees. Because of the heat, I clothed you with the leaves of trees. I divided fertile lands among you. I drove out the Canaanites and the Perizzites and the Philistines before you. What more can I do for you? When you were in the wilderness and the bitter stream, at the bitter stream, thirsty and blaspheming my name, I did not send fire on you for your blasphemies, but threw a tree into the water and made the stream sweet. Trust. What shall I do to you, O Jacob? You, Judah, would not obey me. I will turn to other nations and will give them my name so that they may keep my statutes, because you have forsaken me. I also will forsake you. And did it not happen? When you beg for me, I will show you no mercy. When you call to me, I will not listen to you. For you have defiled your hands with blood, and your feet are swift to commit murder. It is not as though you had forsaken me. You have forsaken yourselves. So deep. So deep. Thus says the Most High, have I not entreated you as a father entreats his sons, or a mother her daughters, or a nurse her children, so that you should be my people and I should be your God? and that you should be my children and I should be your father. I gathered you as a hen gathers her chicks under her wings. Luke 13:34. The prophets, the Messiah, quoted the Most High. They quoted the former prophets. Quotes, quotes, quotes. Apocrypha. Not God inspired. When you offer oblations to me, I will turn my face from you. For I have rejected your festal days and new moons and circumcisions of the flesh. You can keep the feasts, you can do all those stuff, but there's still wickedness going on and stuff. Unfairness. Scoundrels everywhere you turn. But yet, when the feast days comes along, everyone's looking forward to eat, drink and be merry. This is what makes the Most High furious. We'll get more of that. It's coming. I have rejected your festal days and new moons and circumcisions of the flesh. I sent you, my servants, the prophets, but you have taken and killed them and torn their bodies in pieces. I will require their blood of you, says the Most High. Now, if you're a reader like me, as you all should be by now, things should be clicking in your mind. Like, I sent you my servants, the prophets, but you have taken and killed them and torn their bodies in pieces. I will require their blood of you. Give us Barabbas. Give us Barabbas. Crucify him. Let it be on our children and our children's children. Did it not happen? Thus says the Most High, your house is desolate. Is it not? I will drive you out as the wind drives straw, driven out into the nations. And your sons will have no children, because with you they have neglected my commandment and have done what is evil in my sight. Now he's speaking to future generations. Us. I will give your house to a people that will come, who without having heard me will believe. Those to whom I have shown no signs will do what I have commanded. They have not seen no prophet, yet will recall their former state. We know true history now. We're living in the age of information. We know what happened. We know we were an ancient civilization. We know we were a great kingdom. Jerusalem was the center of the earth. People came from near and far to offer their supplications and their offerings, because they saw the place was blessed. Those to whom I have shown no signs will do what I have commanded. They have seen no prophets, yet will recall their former state. I call to witness the gratitude of the people that is to come, whose children rejoice with gladness, though they do not see me with bodily eyes. Yet with the Spirit they will believe the things I have said. It's all in the book. We recognize it. It speaks to our blood, to our bones. And now, Father, look with pride and see the people coming from the east. To them, I will give as leaders Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Hosea, Amos, Micah, and Joel, and Obadiah, and Jonah, and Nahum, and Habakkuk, Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, and Malachi, who are also called the messengers of the Most High. And haven't we been going through these things with you? Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, that was one of the ages. That was the birth of the Israelites. Jacob, the father of the 12. Hosea, we've been through Hosea. Most popular verse, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Amos, I haven't gone through Amos, but you should read Amos. It's nice and brief. Micah, I've introduced you to Micah lately, and we're going to go back to Micah in a bit. Joel, you should know Joel by now. It's only 4 chapters. Obadiah, 1 chapter. Jonah. Jonah. There will be no sign but the sign of Jonah. We'll get to that next year as well. And Nahum and Habakkuk, yeah, the prophet's relationship, yeah. Haggai, Zechariah, Malachi. Given to you. To them I will give as leaders Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Hosea, Amos, Micah, Joel, Obadiah, Jonah, Nahum, Habakkuk, Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, Malachi, the minor prophets, as well as Isaiah, Jeremiah, and Ezekiel, which you should be getting to know. I went through Isaiah, but I stopped at 59. Did you continue? Did you keep reading on to 60, all the way to 66? Some things you just need to be left to read yourself. I started Jeremiah, just briefly. Did you keep reading? There's actually a story behind that, but maybe we'll save that for another time. You need to read Jeremiah, it's very important. And move on to Ezekiel. Anyway, okay. Thus says the Father, I brought this people out of bondage, and I give them commandments through my servants the prophets, but they would not listen to them, and made my counsels void. Now this is beautiful from now on. It's just so beautiful. You're hearing the voice of the Father. Now hear the voice of the motherland, which you could also say Sarah, the voice of Sarah and Rachel, the founding mothers of the family. The mother who bore them, say to them, go, my children, go, because I am a widow and forsaken. I brought you up with gladness, but with mourning and sorrow I have lost you. because you have sinned before the Father and have done what is evil in my sight. But now what can I do for you? For I am a widow and forsaken. Go, my children, go, and ask for mercy from the Father. Now I call upon you, Father, as a witness in addition to the mother of the children, because they would not keep my covenant, so that you may bring confusion on them and bring their mother to ruin, so that they may have no offspring. Let them be scattered among the nations. Let their names be blotted out from the earth, because they have despised my covenant. Let's take a little side back to the big book, Jeremiah 31, 15 and 16. Jeremiah 31, 15 and 16. You should know Jeremiah 31. Come on. You should know it. 15 and 16. Thus says the Father, a voice was heard from Ramah, lamentation and bitter weeping. Rachel, weeping for her children, refused to be comforted for her children, because they were not. The Father says, refrain thy voice from weeping, and thine eyes from tears, for thy work shall be rewarded, says the Father, and they shall come again from the land of their enemy. Let them be scattered among the nations. Let their names be blotted out from the earth, because they have despised my covenant. Stop weeping, for thy work shall be rewarded, and they shall come again from the land of their enemies. Our work here is done. Woe to you, Assyria, who conceal the unrighteous within you. O wicked nation, remember what I did to Sodom and Gomorrah, whose land lies in lumps of pitch and heaps of ashes. That is what I will do to those who have not listened to me, says the Most High. That is what I will do to those who will not listen to me. You see those scoundrels over there in the desert, yeah? They wanna use this to finish their production, to carry on with their whole production. Woe to Assyria, who conceal the unrighteous within you. Wicked nation, remember what I done to Sodom and Gomorrah. And they want to use the attack dog, America, to carry it out. See, that's the difference. When you read this book, you see that it's us. It speaks to us, not them. They're trying to fake it. They're trying to use worldly powers. They're trying to put on some Hollywood production, using all their media powers to try and fake these scriptures. Faking the scriptures. Super important in these last days, in these years to come. We'll get to that next year. This whole place needs to be ripped apart because of what the wicked powers are doing right now. The blasphemies. So the Most High says to Ezra, tell my people that I will give them the kingdom of Jerusalem. Us again, yeah? He's talking to us now, this generation. Tell my people that I will give them the kingdom of Jerusalem, which I was going to give to their forefathers, Yasharel. Moreover, I will take back to myself their glory, and I will give to the others the everlasting habitations which I had prepared for their forefathers. The tree of life shall give them fragrant perfume, and they shall neither toil nor become weary. So go, and you will receive. Pray that your days may be few, that they may be shortened. The kingdom is already prepared for you. Be on watch. Tarry and watch. Call, O heaven and earth, to witness. I set aside evil and I created good. Which one do you want to run to? I set aside evil and I created good, for I am the living one, says the Most High. Moreover, embrace your children, bring them up with gladness, as does a dove. Strengthen their feet, because I have chosen you. And I will rise up the dead from their places and bring them out of their tombs. Oh, sounds familiar, doesn't it? Because I recognize my name in them. Do not fear, mother of children, for I have chosen you, says the Most High. The land itself, us in the diaspora, and our brothers and sisters at home, the two sticks joining together in the land. I will send you help, my servants Isaiah and Jeremiah. According to their counsel, I have consecrated and prepared for you 12 trees loaded with various fruits, and the same number of springs flowing with milk and honey, and 7 mighty mountains on which roses and lilies grow. By these I will fill your children with joy. Who wants it? Who wants it? Let's go back. When you offer oblations to me, I will turn my face from you, for I have rejected your festal days and new moons and circumcisions of the flesh. I sent you my prophets, but you have killed them and stoned them. What were the prophets doing? Calling people out. Why? Let's carry on. Guard the rights of the widow. Secure justice for the ward. You know, the young man who's doing work amongst you, who has no one else. Give to the needy. Defend the orphan. Clothe the naked. Care for the injured and the weak. Do not ridicule the lame. Protect the maimed And let the blind man have a vision of my splendor. Speak this word, speak the promises. And when you do that, create a vision. Lift the words off these pages. Bring out the word of the Most High. Protect the old and the young within your walls. When you find any who are dead, commit them to the grave and mark it. And I will give you first place in my resurrection. Pause and be quiet, my people. Pause and be quiet. They're trying to get you into the streets. And when you get into the streets, agent provokers, scoundrels and opportunists, the violent, the chaos, lights, camera, action. They are looking for iniquity in Judah. And therefore they're trying to wind you up and get you out into the streets. Never underestimate the wickedness. Pause and be quiet, my people, because your rest will come. Good nurse, nourish your children, strengthen their feet. Not one of the servants whom I have given you will perish. For I will require them from among your number. Do not be anxious. For when the day of tribulation and anguish comes, others shall weep and be sorrowful. But you shall rejoice and have abundance. The nations shall envy you, but they shall not be able to do anything against you. That makes people furious. But this is a time when it's a choice to be our enemies. And we're showing you the door. If you want to escape the madness and the chaos and the terror and the devastation. Because the powers that be, the strength of the nations, do not want us to walk into our inheritance. It's a futile fight, but they still choose to do it. Step away. The nations shall envy you, but they shall not be able to do anything against you, says the Father. My power will protect you, so that your children may not see hell. It's all about us now. When all this starts to unfold and snowball, people chose to believe not. It's hard. I know. Rejoice, O mother, with your children, because I will deliver you. Remember your children that sleep, because I will bring them out of their hiding places of the earth. And I will show mercy to them, for I am merciful, says the Most High. Embrace your children until I come and proclaim mercy to them, because my springs run over and my grace will not fail. I, Ezra, received a command from the governor on Mount Horeb to go to Yasharel. When I came to them, they rejected me and refused the Lord's commandment, the Most High's commandment. I received a command from the governor of Mount Horeb to go to my people. When I came to them, they rejected me and refused to take the path of the old ways, to walk in the ways of our fathers. Therefore, I say to you, O nations that hear and understand, wait for your shepherd. He will give you everlasting rest, because he will come at the end of this age. The end of this age is at close hand. Be ready for the rewards of the kingdom. Everybody all across the world, like I said in the beginning, you're crying out as well. You want justice. You see the madness. You see people who are above the law. You see people are unfathomably rich. You see you can't even afford to live anymore. When the righteous reign, the people rejoice. When the wicked reign, the people groan. O nations, hear and understand. Wait for our shepherd. He will give you everlasting rest, because he who will come at the end of the age is close at hand. Be ready for the rewards of the kingdom. Join us, because perpetual light will shine on you forevermore. Flee from the shadow of this age. Receive the joy of your glory. I publicly call on my Saviour to witness. Receive what the Father has entrusted you and be joyful. Give thanks to him who has called you to the celestial kingdoms. Rise, stand erect, and see the number of those who have been sealed at the feast. And I seen a number that could not be counted, all in white robes of all nations and tongues. It's familiar, isn't it? It's very familiar. See, that's what's going on in the book. You hear the prophecies, the promises from different points of view, different angles, different times, different parts of the story. Next year. Those who have departed from the shadow of this age have received glorious garments from the Father, white robes. Take again your full number, O Zion, and close the list of your people who are clothed in white. Close the list. Clock's ticking. The number of your children whom you desired is now complete. Implore the Father's authority that your people who have been called from the beginning may be made holy. Wow. Time. Okay, let's go. I, Ezra, saw on Mount Zion a great multitude that I could not number, and they were praising the Father with songs. In their midst was a young man of great stature, taller than any of the others. The last king. Great stature, taller than any of the others. The first king. Remember Saul? A head taller than any of the others. Remember when Samuel anointed Saul and he started prophesying? And the other priests and prophets were like, who's this guy? Who's this guy now? And then one of the others had to say, well, isn't he the son of so and so? And then the others had to say, well, aren't we all sons of someone? What did they say to the Messiah? What did they say to Yeshua? Isn't he the brother and sister? Isn't he the brother of so and so and so and so, who we grew up with? And now he's some great teacher. People. Just people. Taller than any of the others, and on the head of each of them he placed a crown. But he was more exalted than they. And I was held spellbound. Then I asked an angel, who are these? And he said to me, these are they who put off mortal clothing and have put on the immortal and have confessed the name of Yah. Now they are being crowned and receive palms. Then I said to the angel, who is that young man who is placing crowns on them and putting palms in their hands? He answered and said to me, he is the Son of the Most High, whom they confessed in the world. So I began to praise those who had stood valiantly for the name of the Most High. Then the angel said to me, go tell my people how great and how many are the wonders of the Most High that you have seen. Now the Messiah was born of a woman and lived as a man. He knew he was more, but he lived as a man. Everyone else, people. Zechariah. And now, Father, look with pride and see the people coming from the east. To them I will give to you leaders, Abraham, Isaac, so on and so on and so on and so on and so on, Haggai and Zechariah. Zechariah 1, 12 to 21. Then said the angel of the Father, how long wilt thou not have mercy on Jerusalem and on the cities of Judah, against which thou hast had indignation these 70 years? And the Father answered the angel that talked with me with good words and comfortable words. So the angel that communed with me said unto me, cry thou, saying, thus says the Father of hosts, I am jealous for Jerusalem and for Zion with a great jealousy. He wants us back. It's time. I am very sore displeased with the heathen, that they are at ease. For as I was but a little displeased, with Yasharel, and they had to go and serve their sentence. They helped forward the affliction. Now, for some of you brothers and sisters, that's huge. That is huge. I am very sore displeased with the heathen. They are at ease. For I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction. How many of you in your own personal life, yeah, you lived what, 10, 15, 20 years of sin? You yourself fell on that cornerstone and you were broken. You were in your isolation period. You were in the period of your awakening. You were broken. And they furthered your affliction. They made it worse. People laughed. People made sport of you. When you were going through your own personal correction, your chastisement, you had fallen on that cornerstone and you were broken and you were awakening. And they used it as an opportune moment. They enjoyed it. They were watching. They made it worse. Therefore, thus say the Father, I am returned unto Jerusalem with mercies. My house shall be built in it, and a line shall be stretched forth upon Jerusalem. Cry yet, saying, thus says the Father, my cities through prosperity shall yet be spread abroad. And the Father shall yet comfort Zion and yet choose Jerusalem. Then I lift up mine eyes and saw, behold, 4 horns. And I said to the angel that talked with me, what be these? And he answered me, these are the horns which have scattered Judah, Yasharel, and Jerusalem. And also showed me 4 carpenters. Then I said, what come these to do? And he spake, saying, these are the horns which have scattered Judah. Who are these 4 horns who have scattered Judah? No prizes for guessing. They know who they are. And like I said, it's a choice. It's a choice. And he said to me, these 4 carpenters, these are the horns which have scattered Judah, so that no man lift up his head. Scattered. We've had our heads down all this time, family. And just as the time we were starting to lift our heads through the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, what came along? What came along? The drugs, the gangster rap, the R&B. Let them be defiled. And we lapped it up. We were under the spell. We were under the spell. But it was ours. We had no jobs in the community. It was our way to make money. It was our way to buy the cars and the clothes. There was no jobs. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Trying to get you in those streets committing crime again. These are the horns which have scattered Judah, so that no man lift up his head. But these 4 carpenters are come to fray them, to cast out the horns of the Gentiles, which lift up their horn over the land of Judah and scattered it. It's happening, people. Not everyone likes the high table. People have been wronged by the high table. They have served, but they shall serve no longer. Everybody wants to break the chains, to break the wheel. You see, we don't need to fight for the land. We don't need to cause war. We have no power to do this. This is all the Most High's work now. You must trust, you must believe, you must pray, and you must come back, come home, walk in the ways of your fathers. We don't need to fight, we don't need to cause war, because like a cup of rice in the bottom of a sack, the earth will be empty. So we can just walk into that land. Time. This could be a very long one, family. Zechariah 7. And it came to pass in the 4th year of King Darius, and the word of the Father came to Zechariah in the 4th day of the month, 4th day of the 9th month, even in Chislev, when they had went unto the house of Yah, Sherezer and Ragamelech and their men to pray before the Father, and to speak unto the priests which were in the house of the Father, and to the prophets, saying, should I weep in the 5th month, should I weep in the 1st month, in the 5th, and speak to the priests which were in the house of the Father, and to the prophets, saying, should I weep in the 5th month, separating myself, as I have done these so many years? In the 5th month, shall I weep in the 5th month? May, June, July, August, September. Then came the word of the Father of hosts, saying to me, speak unto the people of the land, and to the priests, saying, when ye fasted and ye mourned in the 5th month and 7th month, even those 70 years, did ye all fast unto me, even unto me? Or were you just eating and drinking and making merry? And when ye did eat, and when ye did drink, did not ye eat for yourselves, and drink for yourselves? That's when you need to go back to Deuteronomy 8. Deuteronomy 8, 12, 13, 14. And you can go back to Jeremiah 44 and 17. When you get rich, when you get comfortable, when you're eating and drinking and merry, when you haven't got a care in the world, when there's abundance, you think you don't need me anymore. Should you not hear the words which the Father have cried unto the former prophets? When Jerusalem was inhabited in prosperity, and the cities thereof round about her, when men inhabited the south of the plain, and when the word of the Most High came unto Zechariah, saying, thus speaketh the Most High, saying, what's important? Remember, we just went through this in 2nd Esdras 20. 2nd Esdras 2 and 20. Guard the rights of the widow, seek justice for the ward, give to the needy, defend the orphan, clothe the naked, care for the injured, weak, do not ridicule the lame, so and so, so on, so on, so on. kings of the earth are now living in an abundance. They're eating and drinking and making merry. They're the governors. They're the rulers. They're the leaders of our countries. They haven't got a care in the world. They're in their heaven. Should you not hear the word of the Father cried unto the former prophets when Jerusalem was inhabited in prosperity and the cities thereof round about her, when men inhabited the south of the plain, and the word of the Father came unto Zechariah, saying, Thus speaketh the Most High, saying, Execute true judgment, and show mercy and compassions every man to his brother, and oppress not the widow, nor the fatherless, the stranger, nor the poor, and let none of you imagine evil against your brother in your heart. But they refused to hearken, and pulled away the shoulder, and stopped their ears, that they should not hear. Yea, they made their hearts as adamant as stone, lest they should hear the law. Now we're living in a time of great wickedness, a time like no other. Yes, they turn their shoulders, they stop their ears, lest they hear the law. But also, they give you the immigrant crisis. So now you're not concentrating on justice, the oppression of the widow, the fatherless, the rights of the needy and the poor. You're not concentrating on that. We are. But some people aren't, because they're either in on it, they're racists, or they're useful idiots. Wickedness is just too smart. You see, in the West, people like to think, oh, this it's only happening to us, blah, blah, blah. But look to Japan, look to Thailand, it's happening to them as well. It's happening to them as well. So who's doing this? No. It's so easy with people who refuse to see the truth. It's so easy to be fooled. They know you. They know human beings. But no more stupid Israelites. No more. What is fear of the Most High? What is it? What is it the beginning of? And the words which the Father of hosts have sent in his spirit by the former prophets, therefore came a great wrath. But they refused to listen and turned. But they refused to listen and turned a rebellious and stubborn shoulder, and made heavy and dull their ears, that they might not hear. Yes, they made their hearts as adamant as stone, or a diamond point, lest they should hear the law and the words of the Most High. Sent by his Spirit through the former prophets. Therefore there came a great wrath. It came to pass that as he cried, and they would not hear, so they cried, and the Most High wouldn't hear. But I scattered them with a whirlwind among all the nations whom they knew not. Thus the land was desolate after them. Sounds familiar. That no man passed through nor returned. Sounds familiar. For they laid the pleasant land desolate. 8. Zechariah 8, 14 and 15. For thus saith the Father, as I thought to punish you when your fathers provoked me to wrath, and I repented not. As I thought to punish you when your fathers provoked me to wrath, and I repented not. Our forefathers lived through that. So again have I thought in these days to do well to Jerusalem and to the house of Judah. Fear not. Okay, let's go see Micah. I might just get in good time. I always try not to go over an hour and a half. It's around an hour, between an hour and 20 minutes. Between an hour and 20 minutes. Okay, let's go visit Micah. Let's go see Micah. Micah 6. Oh, Zephaniah 3, sorry. Zephaniah 3, 12 to 20. I will also leave in the midst of thee an afflicted and poor people, and they will trust in the name of the Most High. The remnant of Yasharal shall not do iniquity, nor speak lies, neither shall a deceitful tongue be found in their mouth, for they shall feed and lie down, and none shall make them afraid. Sing, O daughter of Zion, shout, O Yasharel, be glad and rejoice with all your heart, O daughter of Jerusalem. The Father hath taken away thy judgments, he hath cast out thine enemy. The King of Yasharel, even the Most High, is in the midst of thee. Thou shalt not see evil any more. This is where you have to make that decision, because in this world, in this day and age, we seem to have made evil fun and fun evil. And it seems to be a way to get one up on your enemies, and it seems to be a way to get rich, and it seems to be a way to cover your tracks. And we make excuses for it. But not you. Not you. You are a child of God. So, example, you should be knowing that what we do with our tablets and our mobile phones and all our technology, the age of, it's the next industrial revolution. But what we fail to see is over there in other countries, their countries are getting ripped apart for the metals which go into phones. And we're here every 12 months, every 18 months, upgrading. Oh, I need the new. And we don't care about what happens to people over there. They're causing civil war to displace people, and then they're going in and then... You, as a child of God, you should see this and you should be grieved by it. not make excuses for it. And people are getting filthy rich over here from it. You should be sitting and wondering why those people and that country isn't indulging in the riches. I don't want to hear evil dictators and all that. No, 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 that's done. No more gaslighting. No more fables and tales and stories. Because we know puppet kings, bribery, blackmail. And if they don't take it, they get removed from their throne, assassinated. Gaddafi, Magafuli. I told you about Magafuli, and then the woman that they put in place, and she was all in cahoots. She was all in cahoots with the WHO. Look at Tanzania now. And they removed Magafuli because he called out the nonsense of COVID. The Most High has taken away thy judgments. He hath cast out thine enemy. The King of Yasharel, even the Most High, is in the midst of thee. Thou shalt not see evil any more. In that day it shall be said to Jerusalem, fear thou not. And to Zion, let not thine hands be slack. We have work to do, building. New Jerusalem is a long way away. We have to build this millennial reign. After that, New Jerusalem comes down with the gold and the crystal flooring and all that stuff, so that the rest of the nations can go through their correction. They can live under the ways of the Most High. We all can. And we can see the difference. Everlasting life for everybody. Because the millennial reign will be long life. If you sin, your life shall be shortened. So you will clearly see the righteous from the sinners. A sinner will die at 100 years old, and that will be shameful. But when you see an 800-year-old, you know that that man is righteous. If you think I'm just talking, that means you haven't read it. I ain't got time for people who ain't reading. The Most High in the midst of thee is mighty. He will save. He will rejoice over thee with joy. He will rest in his love. He will joy over thee with singing. That's the Father who's happy. His children are home. I will gather them that are sorrowful for the solemn assembly, who are of thee, to whom the reproach of it was a burden. I will gather them of the solemn assembly, who are of thee, to whom the reproach of it was a burden. We want to have our feast days and our celebrations back. You know, we know how to do these things. We want it all back. We want to do it. It's our way. It's our culture. We want it all back. And we groan that we're here. and we can't do these things. We don't have our own kingdom. Nobody sympathizes with us that we don't have our own kingdom, we don't have our own way. Nobody puts themselves in our shoes. Behold, at that time I will undo all that afflict thee, and I will save her that halteth, and gather her that was driven out, and I will get them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame. That's been said before. Gold star for who else remembers. I will get them praise and fame. Three ways that can be done. In every land where they have been put to shame. At that at that time I will bring you again, even in the time that I gather you. For I will make you a name and a praise among all people of the earth, when I turn back your captivity before your eyes, saith the Most High. People will be thankful for the Most High that they have seen the truth, and they will be grateful for the sanctuary after the devastation, the destruction that has just taken place. Living waters. Drink. Okay, wait. Micah. Micah 6. Hear now what the Father saith, arise, contend, and plead your case before the mountains, and let the hills hear your voice. Hear, O ye mountains, the Most High's controversy. The controversy. Is it not controversial? How can he be your God if he's done this to you? All the slavery and, all the torture and tearing down Jerusalem, scattered throughout the nations, being the tail and not the head, not being the first but being last, a byword, a scorn and a it's a huge controversy. How could your God do that to you? Hear, O mountains, the Most High's controversy, and ye strong foundations of the earth. For the Most High have a controversy with his people, and he will plead with Yasharal. Now you could be so angry about slavery, losing the kingdom, the state of the motherland right now. But it's all part of the plan. This plan involves the whole earth, every nation. Everyone has a choice right now. It's an epic story. You're going to be bitter and angry forever, or you want to walk into the blessings. Do you not think that the Most High yearns? I just read to you how he's rejoicing that we've come home. You read Zechariah 8. If it seems marvelous to you, it seems marvelous to the Most High. He's written down how he feels right here. O my people, what have I done unto thee? And wherein have I wearied thee? Testify against me. He's trying to tell us, I'm going to do it again. Come home. Trust me, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do it again. So that the whole earth can see. You have been laughed to scorn. Nobody clothed you when you were naked. Nobody fed you when you were hungry. You have served the nations. Testify against me. For I brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. I redeemed thee out of the house of servants. And I sent before thee Moses, Aaron, and Miriam. O my people, remember now what Balak, king of Moab, consulted, and what Balaam, the son of Beor, answered him. Remember, I've been telling you, this time keeps coming up. Balak and Balaam. Numbers 23, 24, leading on to Numbers 25. It's our story. It doesn't fit those people. It's happening right now. Numbers 25. From Shittim unto Gilgal, that ye may know the righteous of the Most High. Wherewith shall I come before the Most High, and bow myself before the High? Shall I come before him with burnt offerings? We're asking. What shall we do? What do we need to do? Shall we come before him with burnt offerings? Will the Most High be pleased with thousands of rams, or with tens of thousands of rivers of oil? Shall I give my firstborn for my transgression, the fruit of my body for the sin of my soul? He hath showed thee. Here we go again. He hath showed thee, O man, what is good. And what doth the Most High require of thee? But to do justly, and to love mercy, and to walk humbly with your Elohim. The Most High's voice crieth unto the city, and the man of wisdom shall see thy name. Hear ye the rod, and who hath appointed it? Hear ye the rod. Family, you know, we've lived through it. The rod. Licks. A beating is on its way. Are there yet the treasures of wickedness in the house of the wicked, and the scant measures that is abominable? Yes, there is. Shall I count them pure with the wicked balances, and with the bag of deceitful weights? No. For the rich man thereof are full of violence, and the habitants thereof have spoken lies, and their tongue is deceitful in their mouth. Therefore also I will make thee sick in smiting thee, in making thee desolate because of thy sins. Thou shalt eat, but not be satisfied, and thy casting down shall be in the midst of thee, and thou shalt take hold, but shall not deliver, and that which thou deliverest will I give up to the sword. Thou shalt sow, but thou shalt not reap. Thou shalt tread olives, but thou shalt not anoint thee with oil and sweet wine. The oil and the wine, the oil and the wine. We'll get to that next year. But shall not drink wine. For the statutes of wicked Omri are kept, and all the works of the house of Ahab, and ye walk in their counsels, that I should make thee a desolation, and the inhabitants thereof a hissing. Therefore ye shall bear the reproach of my people. The statutes of wicked Omri, some wicked man who brought in abominations and all kinds of things. The works of the house of Ahab, some foolish man who let his wicked wife rule the kingdom and terrorize everybody with her madness. This is what was happening. This is how the whole place had to be ripped apart. No one was listening to the prophets. Nobody executed justice. Nobody was taking... and so on and so on. You get it. You get it. You get it. I wanted to move on to Isaiah 66. I wanted to move on to Micah 3. And for your brothers who hated you. Stern warning for you, family. Because a lot of you, I have compassion on the family at the end of the day. Because my mum told me for years, and I didn't want to know for years. But the clock's ticking. There's chapters in here. Isaiah 66, Micah 3. You do not come against the new wine in the new wineskins. You do not hate us for asking the family to clean up, get ready, come home. Let's walk in the old ways. Do not hate us for this, because he's watching. Be careful. So I'll be back next year, family. We're going to go on a wild ride. So let me show you scoundrels in the desert, you copycats. You can't mess with this. You cannot. I'm going to show you my next move. And give you plenty of time. Like I said, I'll be back next year. Let's give you plenty of time. Here is my next move. Y'all don't like this, do you? You don't like this. Finish your production. He prepared us for you. He prepared us for you. That's my next move. Scoundrels. Your blasphemies. Pick a side, nations. Pick a side. I'm waiting for that day, that glorious day. Everyone's gonna crap themselves. Oh, how I wait for it. So family, after this it's gonna be preparing ourselves, because he taught us how to live. We messed that up. We all have. Even the rest of the Christian nations, they've messed it up as well. But it's all part of the plan. It's all about now. Who believes him? Who's ready? Who trusts? Everybody else had their time. They're waiting in their graves to be risen. It's about us now. He taught us how to live. He taught us how to fight. And he also showed us how to die. Family. Micah 4:11. Again. Now many nations are gathered against thee, that say, let her be defiled, and let our eye look upon them. Nobody wants you to go home. See you next year. But I'm strong enough to care.